Hello, my name is Claudius Osei, and my research is for anybody with the brain. In last year's presentation, I spoke about the body being an important part of the brain during behavior. As all of you know, communication is key in any good partnership. That's why my research focuses on interaction between the brain and body that makes their relationship work. Unfortunately, the brain's part of that process is hidden inside the skull. That's why most researchers focus on the body's actions, like eye and limb movement, to study behavior. The issue with this approach is that observing the subject's actions doesn't really tell you anything about the cause of their behavior, which is evident to anybody who ever babysat a young child. During that experience, at some point, you probably turned around and asked, "What in the world are you doing?" While they're destroying a piece of your property. Now think about how bizarre that question really is, as you can clearly see what they are physically doing, yet that doesn't tell you anything about how their brain and body came up with such a crazy idea. So to gain some insight into that process, I would like for you to join me in a little exercise by allowing me to get inside your brain. Don't worry, this is not some type of voodoo ritual. All I need you to do is close one eye, hold your finger out in front of you like this so it tracks the position of my hand on the screen. So as long as you're following my instructions, as your new brain, I can now guide your behavior in an ever-changing environment. So if the environment represented by my hand changes this way, I know your hand will move slightly to the right to track it. And even during sudden changes in direction, your body simply adjusts without needing any further instructions from the brain. And this is how the brain and body communicate, according to perceptual control theory, which proposes that the brain doesn't plan actions, but instead sets various perceptual goals, like your finger position on the screen, while the body moves to maintain them at a constant state, despite environmental disturbances like my hand movement. Therefore, my research aims to identify those perceptual goals the brain uses to communicate with the body. Unfortunately, there's still the problem of the brain's processes being hidden inside the skull. That's why instead of examining human brains, I'm currently modeling a computational brain inside an AI agent. Think of it kind of like training a video game character to do experiments inside a virtual world. This approach allows me to do several things traditional researchers would only dream about. Number one, I have complete control of all environmental variables. Number two, I have an almost unlimited amount of subjects that never get tired, bored, or distracted, even after millions of trials. And number three, and most importantly, I can investigate perceptions from inside the subject's brain. So despite the difficulty of modeling a human brain, this approach might provide some real insight into communication between the brain and body that guides our behavior. So the next time you're babysitting, I might be able to answer your question when you ask the child, "What in the world are you doing?" Thank you.